Hi everyone! Today we're going to be talking a little bit about wedding bands and how to pair them with engagement rings. So I have kind of a selection of more elongated shapes and more fancy shapes as bases for engagement rings, and then some recommended pairings. To get us started, I have the Aria with an oval, and this is a little bit more of a low set ring. So, sometimes a curved band will be super effective. This is what the Aria looks like. It is basket set, so it is a little bit lower, and it has the pear accents. This oval is about 9 by 7 millimeters, so a little bit bigger, and sometimes that makes pairing a little bit more of an art form, I would say. My number one pick for pairing right now is going to be the Astoria. So the Astoria is kind of like an ode to the Aria because it has a pear accent in it. So this is the Astoria. It has a little bit of a curve, and then it comes to a point where it has a pear. So I love that with an oval because the elongation matches, and especially with the Aria, where it also has a pear, it adds a lot of sparkle. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's my pair for the oval and the Aria. So if we have the Hudson, this is with a round stone, but Hudson can fit a couple different shapes. And then there's the Hudson contoured band that snugs around it really nicely. And we'll use the dimensions of your stone to kind of make that curvature look really beautiful. If you don't want to do the exact match for the Hudson, something that I really like with it is going to be our flare. If you want to add some sparkle, that'll definitely be effective as well. See how nicely that goes? This is our Luxe flare in particular. So that one looks really, really good. The Secret Halo is the same in the sense that it has the exact same hidden halo. But it just doesn't have diamonds on the band. This is the Luxe Ballad. So plain, really beautiful diamond band. And it's gonna snug up right under that hidden halo. So that looks wonderful together. I love a flare with an oval. So here it is with just like a 2 millimeter comfort fit in the flare and an oval. Something you could do as well. Ovals tend to go really well with the lunette. So here we have the Secret Halo. This will be a good combination for the Lumiere as well. If you do the lunette, that looks really awesome. It kind of creates a little bit of dimension there, like I was saying earlier. From afar, you kind of get like a little bit of a different shape, and then up close, you can see that they're a little bit different. So here we have our Luxe Sienna diamond band, about 2.3 millimeters, and then I have this yellow gold pairing. So something like that looks really cool when you add on that solitaire. So this is with the Sia instead of the Sienna that I just had. Here we have the emerald in the tapered baguette. If I can get it in focus. And then I also have an emerald that's more of a solitaire. So this is the petite taper, and this is the tapered baguette. For this, I love a plain and diamond band pairing. So something I might recommend is doing like a whisper. So that's our thinnest diamond band. In a petite quattro, you'll see that this is a little bit more squared off than a comfort fit. I really like how these two stack together. So I'm going to put the petite quattro on first, then the whisper on second, and then I'm going to put the emerald cut on. So I think that looks really cool together. And then another one you could add technically, or you could do instead of like a diamond band with round diamonds, is you could add some baguettes. So I have the lane ring. And it has some really pretty simple baguettes. Very clean lines. Works perfectly with an emerald. So if we're going to put that on with, say, like the petite taper, that looks great together. Throw it on with the tapered baguette. Also great. It just like looks like it was made for each other. If you want to do a curved band for this one, honestly, a lot of curved bands will look really cool. I really like the Winslet. The Winslet has some marquise diamonds, some round diamonds, and a baguette. It's like one of my favorite rings that we've released this year. And that's going to look super cool with an emerald cut. Some things that I might also like with this, the curved Amelie is a really good band. It's a little bit thicker than some other of our, like the flare, it's a little bit thicker than the flare, kind of more similar to the Luxe flare. That has a really pretty curved look to it. It's going to sit a little bit closer. I really like that combo. Or just like a plain thick metal band kind of looks really cool with with an emerald cut. It's really trendy right now to add like a super thick band next to a more petite band. I just think it looks really cool. And then if you wanted to throw a diamond band next to it, if you want to make it really thick, you could do something like Luxe Sienna. That just looks like, man, you are cool. But if you wanted to do something more petite, that will also look really pretty. Something like the Whisper there looks really cool. So I have our 6-prong petite comfort fit, and it has this really classic look with 6 prongs. You know, this prong will push out a wedding band a little bit. So one recommended pair that I have is the Sia. This is what the Sia looks like. It has a little gap. And the reason why that's going to be good is because it's going to hide, or it's going to allow it to sit more flush. So from afar, you wouldn't know that I have that 6th prong that's pushing something out, or that I have a gap in the band nonetheless. You can only see it really at this angle. From this angle, you can't really see it. And these rings are sitting a little bit more, they're falling off my hand a little bit because I'm a ring size 5 and these are 6s, but just for reference. And the cool thing about the Sia, which will be able to stack with a bunch of different rings, is that if you wanted to do, you know, something after it and create a larger stack, you can totally do something like that. So like if I wanted to put another ring and then maybe one more, just lots of rings, that stack looks super clean because of that Sia. So right here I have the 6-prong petite comfort fit engagement ring, the Sia, the Isla, and the Valencia. So the Reina is super pretty. This is what it looks like for those of you who don't know what the Reina looks like. A great pairing is going to be that Whisper that I was mentioning before. If you want something super simple. If you want to create a little bit of contrast, maybe make it a little bit more dimensional. Something that I might recommend is the Marseille. It still has that really classic diamond band look, but it is some more round diamonds instead. Less prongs kind of holding the diamonds down. So you get each individual round stone a little bit more. So I have a solitaire cushion here. Something that I really like with a cushion is to add some dimension as well. Kind of lengthen out the ring, if you may, with something like the Lucia. So the Lucia has a little bit more of a curve to it, and the diamonds are a little bit larger than some of our other rings. So I really like how this frames a cushion. Pretty. Okay, and I love the Lucia with other shapes too. The Lucia's a really gorgeous ring. If you were to do it with, say, like a marquee cut, I think that looks really cool. If you do it with a pear cut, that looks really awesome. Pears are kind of cool. I like to do a like rounded band at the bottom of the pear, and then something maybe with a little bit more of a point at the top of the pear. So if I put the flare on that I was talking about earlier, like I think that looks really cool. I do have the Cambria with me. Something I would recommend for this, I want to say the Lucia again, but that's just because it's one of my favorites. I think the flare would look really, really good. That's going to be this ring right here. So a nice gentle point. It'll be quite similar in, you know, size to the diamonds on the band and in the halo. So I think that looks really good. Something that's kind of cool to do if you're stacking as well. Wow, I have a lot of rings to put back after this. Is to do a plain and then a diamond if you really want to accentuate that. So like I put the chevron and then the flare for this halo, this low set halo. And I think that looks really cool. All right, I'm out of time and I have so many rings now that I don't even know where I put the rest of them. Thank you guys for joining me. Bye guys.